5 friends, a killer weekend, one very bad camping spot. The friends had driven for hours to get away from it all, to forget about their problems, to have a good time, but now they were lost in the woods, near a lake that had no name on any of the maps. The locals called it Mirrorlake, and apparently it had a reputation. I heard some creepy shit goes down around these parts, said Jay, trying to sound brave. Like what? Asked Kelly, even though she knew the answer. They say the lake claims people every year. Some come out and never go home. Others go in and don't come out. They found a clearing and decided to set up camp. They pitched the tent, built a fire, and started telling stories. But after a while, they noticed something strange about the lake. It was perfectly still. There was not a single ripple. The only sound was the crackling fire and the buzzing of insects. That is so weird, said Ben. It looks like a sheet of glass. Let's go check it out. He walked to the edge of the lake and looked in. Whoa, he whispered. He turned back to his friends, his face pale. You guys, you need to see this. They crowded around him and stared into the dark water. At first, they didn't see anything. Then slowly, terrifyingly, eyes began to form. The eyes stared back at them, unblinking, emotionless. They were their exact same color, too. Oh my God, Kelly whispered. The others didn't need to look in the water to know what was there. They could feel it, a heavy, suffocating presence behind them. They spun around, but there was nothing there. Or rather, there was no one there. Then they looked back at the lake and saw new eyes staring back at them. Eyes that weren't theirs. Whoever, or whatever, was in the lake was taking their shape. We need to get out of here, said Jay, backing away from the edge. Now, Kelly grabbed his arm. Wait, we can't just run off into the forest. What if whatever that is follows us? They looked back at the tent. All their stuff was there. Their car keys, their phones, their weapons, their only sources of light. Kelly realized with a jolt that whatever was in the lake had taken the shape of their deepest fears. And as the darkness around them grew deeper, they understood that the legend of Mirrorlake was true. This place didn't just take people, it gave them back to them. Twisted, corrupted versions of themselves. Versions of themselves that were made of the lake water and shadow. Their doppelgangers stepped out of the water and onto the shore. Silent, expressionless, the friends screamed and ran, crashing through the underbrush. The doppelgangers followed, moving with unnatural speed and agility. One of them lunged at Ben and knocked him down. He screamed as it advanced on him, its eyes glowing with a cold, black light. Ben kicked at it, trying to buy himself some time. When it recoiled, he scrambled back and ran. He could hear the others screaming behind him. He didn't dare look back. He didn't want to see what was happening to them. He ran until his lungs burned and his legs screamed for mercy. Finally, he collapsed, sobbing, and hid under a bush. The doppelganger loomed over him, its face inches from his. He closed his eyes, waiting for the end. But it didn't come. Instead, he heard a voice. "Tell me your darkest secret," it whispered, "and I will let you live." Ben hesitated. How could he possibly refuse? Why? Are you gonna kill me either way? The doppelganger tilted its head, considering. Very well. It gestured with a finger. Then show me where your friends are hiding. Ben told it what he knew, hoping his doppelganger would be satisfied with the answer. But it wasn't. It vanished, and when Ben looked back at the lake, he saw another set of eyes staring back at him. Cold, black, dead. He had only revealed one of his secrets, the one he shared with his friends. But his doppelganger hadn't taken that shape yet. That meant there was still time. If he could tell the others what he had kept hidden for all these years, what he had buried deep inside himself, then maybe, just maybe, they could escape. But some secrets are too deadly to reveal. And as Ben watched his friends die one by one, he realized that his was one of them. And that's all for our spooky story today. Let us know in the comments if you liked it and what other scary stories you want to hear. We love reading your comments, and we always respond to them. Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the story. Subscribe for more amazing stories. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.